Hi, my name is Phil Gardner and welcome to Fun with Boxes. Today I'm taking a look at our haul of board games from the UK Games Expo halls in the NEC Birmingham 2023, just a few days ago. The UK Games Expo was held over 3 days last weekend, from Friday to Sunday, with a provisional 32,000 unique visitors and some 52,000 visitors in total over the 3 days. That's pretty incredible. I believe this is the highest attendance ever, beating 2019's pre-COVID attendance figures by some margin, which was approximately 25,000 unique visitors and 45,000 in total. So, as you can tell, it was quite a lot of people there, and boy, could you tell it. Friday was very crowded, feeling more like a Saturday from previous years, with Saturday being literally jam-packed, making moving around the halls slow work. Sunday was, as usual, far calmer and much nicer to walk around and see what's left from the previous 2 days. With 3 halls to walk around, there was a ton of stuff to do and a ton of stuff to buy, which is what this video is all about. So let's jump straight in and see what games we managed to buy this year. In no particular order, the first game we're going to look at is by Phil Walker Harding, called Explorers. Explorers is a flip and write game for 1 to 4 players. We've actually just started playing this game and it does look terrific. With over 1 million possible combinations, this will offer unlimited replay value. Simple to play, flip a tile, choose a terrain, mark off some X's on your board as you explore the land, collecting items and scoring points. I hope to get a video of this one up in the near future, along with videos from most of the other games in our 2023 haul. I can say we finished the game we were playing and then had to play a number of other games, and I must admit, I really do recommend this game. Next up, we have War of the Ring, the card game. This is a game by Ian Brody for 2 to 4 players, and it's based on the 2-player War of the Ring board game. I'm very excited to get my hands on this one. It's in a bigger box than I thought I was expecting, but I do know that there's an expansion out for it soon that includes solo play, so I'm guessing plenty of room to store that in this main box. So there we have it, War of the Ring, the card game. Next up we have Azul Mini, which is by Michael Kesslin. Wow, this is a great travel version of this classic game. An absolute joy to play with the plastic trays that are included. Far better than I was expecting. And also a very reasonable price too for what you are getting. I mean, you are getting the entire game of Azul, albeit in a more smaller package. As I say, this is very reasonable at the UK Games Expo, and I do believe it's at a very reasonable price in general. And talking about prices, we'll pop online and visit Rules of Play and get 10% off your order using our very own Fun with Boxes discount code that should appear on your screens right now. And if not, then please check out the description for the code and a link to Rules of Play. Just to add, as always, I'm not affiliated in any way with Rules of Play. They have created the code just for my viewers. Okay, on to the next game. Next up, we have Boop. Oh, how adorable. Just look at that little face. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at Boop by Scott Brady. We've been tempted by this game for some time, so we're delighted to get our grubby little paws on this copy. So delighted, we have actually managed to play this since coming back, and it's a terrific abstract 2-player game with great components. Every time you place a kitten on the bed, you boop over any adjacent kittens 1 space away from you on the bed, or if they're on the edge, off the bed. Get 3 kittens in a row to upgrade to cats, and get 3 cats in a row ultimately to win the game. Easy to play, but oh my, it's, as they say in the box, a very thinking game for 2 clever cats. Recommended. Okay, next up we have Ocean Pods by Lee Miller. This is a beautiful 2 to 5 player game where you are a marine biologist trying to study great ocean mammals. Watch out for whaling and fishing boats, however, that could be blocking your path, and watch out for the plastic pollution. Yuck. Research to gather animals and clean up the oceans in what I would describe as a quick, light filler game. The game is for 2 to 5 players with a playtime of 30 to 45 minutes on the box, but we've only played it with 2 players and found the play to be far, far quicker than 30 minutes, making this a great filler game in our eyes. Okay, that was Ocean Pods. Next we have Mini Fiori, I guess that's how you pronounce it, by the legendary Rainer Knizia. Immerse yourself as a glass trader and manufacturer in this 2 to 4 player game with some lovely glass components that you can't help thinking of Azul the first time you see them. It's easy to learn and has a ton of scoring possibilities, what we would call a point salad game, which is unusual, I believe, for Rainer to create. We have played this just the once at 2 players, which was good, but a little swingy on the end of scoring points. I think this would be great at higher player counts, and I guess I need to play it a bit more to get more into it at 2 players. It could just be that my wife simply is far better than me at this game, and frankly, most games. Next up, we have a small gateway party game by designer, and I'm going to get his name completely wrong, Romain Catadejan. I hope I've pronounced that right. I'm going to put it on the screen just in case. And this game's called Touch It. Delightful, delightful, small, little game. This is a fun game for all ages, where you have to feel the back of the cards and identify which of the 4 objects you see on the front of the card is the one on the back of the card. So the cards have like an embossed feeling on the back that you have to run your fingers around and guess them which of the 4 objects on the front is the object on the back. Incredibly simple, easy to play, and very, very light. It's a great little filler game. We already own the Chinese New Year edition and picked up the Japan Culture edition, which is this one, along with the Touch It Animals edition, which is this one. Absolute great fun. Next up we have Doomtown by Pinebox Entertainment. Here we go. This is Doomtown Weird West edition, and it's a poker-driven territory card game based on the award-winning game Deadlands Doomtown by AG. This base set is for 1 to 3 players, and I know absolutely nothing more about the game, other than it does come with a huge amount of playing cards and new play variants. I didn't know the original play variants, but this has got new play variants. We got it for a bargain price, and it looks really interesting. From a huge card game to a wonderful small card game by the equally wonderful, marvellous and all-round joy that is Andrew Harmon. And this game's called One Sheep, Two Sheep, Many Sheep. Again, I do not know anything about this game other than it's a must-buy game for 2 reasons. Reason 1, quite obviously, it's got sheep. Reason 2, it's by Yay Games and Andrew Harmon. You try saying yay without feeling joyful and happy. Well, that's what Yay Games bring to the table. So I cannot wait to play this little card game. This is a family card game about herding sheep and pigs. What's not to like here? Andrew, you are a gentleman and a wonderful human being. It's so nice to see you at these conventions and to give you a big yay! Like, yay! Okay, another small card game again that I know little about. This time it's Cat in the Box Deluxe Edition. I shall put the designer's name up on the screen, as I know I will get it completely wrong. This is a game we've been waiting to get our hands on for what seems to be forever. This is a quantum trick-taking card game where the cards in your hands can be any colour. Any colour. Yep, that's melted my mind. Colour me intrigued, if you pardon the pun. This is for 3 to 5 players and I really cannot wait to play it. And again, here is another spin on trick taking, and this time this is Inside Job by Tanner Simmons from the wonderful Cosmos Games. For 3 to 5 players, but it does include a 2-player variant, you play as a group of secret agents who must work together to complete various missions. But of course, as always, there's an insider working amongst you. I mean, there always is. Just how anyone gets stuff done these days is a miracle. Another game I am super excited to get hold of and cannot wait to play. As a massive fan of Ticket to Ride, we just had to pick this version up to add to our collection. There you go. This is Ticket to Ride Ghost Train. Aimed at ages 6+, this is the second game in the Ticket to Ride First Journey series. Obviously, it's easy to learn and quick to play. It's also got 80 haunted train carriages, and it's Ticket to Ride. Come on. Even if it's aimed at younger players, you have to give this one a go. If not now, definitely at Halloween. Okay, let's take a little look at a few more card games, shall we? So, first up, we have Barking Up the Wrong Tree by Gary Dicken and Steve and Phil Kendall. This is a lightweight 2 to 4 player card game about the wacky world of dogs, cats and trees. We simply had to pick this up. It was a bargain, and it would have meant that we would have been barking mad not to snaffle up a copy. Ah, these are really terrible puns. Okay, so that's Barking Up the Wrong Tree. Next up, we have Zuli by Chris Prescott. A fierce and friendly card game for 1 to 6 players. Collect enclosures, rescue animals, and install upgrades to build the highest scoring wildlife park. This looks really, really, really interesting. So, super pleased to get this one. And next we have Stellarian, a game for 1 to 2 players by Shady Toby. We have a few of the games in this series, so I had to pick this one up. This is a deck management game where you know all the contents of the decks, but have to manage these resources to ensure you have the right ones at the right time to soar to victory. Next, we have a game I've been looking for quite some time, and that is The Cousins' War by David J. Mortimer. This is a War of the Roses game set in the 15th century with the battle between the House of York and Lancaster, both branches of the royal family, with the wars originally known as the Cousins' War, before then being changed and now famously known as the War of the Roses. And now on to Mortar City by Adam Hill, Matt Riddle and Ben Pinchback. This is a strategic engine building roll and write game for 1 to 5 players, which looks really great. This is the third roll and write game from the creators of Fleet the Dice game and the Three Sisters, so we were super excited to get our hands on this game. Next we have a game by Funko Games, and this is Star Wars Rivals, the expandable game system. This is the premiere set Series 1 featuring Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, as well as 2 other figures. This is a dueling strategic game for 2 players, and this set provides you with everything you need to decide the fate of the galaxy. I believe this is a pre-launch copy that was available at the UK Games Expo. I'm hoping this is a good game, but also worried that if it is good, then oh no, because booster packs will be available. And now on to a party game. Well, we had to have it. Yep. Ted Lasso, the party game to be exact. I believe in Believe. I'm going to start crying again now. What a show. Well, who cares what it's like? It's based on Ted Lasso, so it's a no-brainer. It's a 2 to 6 player game that lasts around 20 minutes that is all about having fun the Lasso way. Great stuff. And now on to a game I simply cannot wait to play. and that is Spire's End, Hildegard, a 1 to 2 player game by Gregory Favreau. We were shown the game at the convention and I was ready to part with cash 1 minute into the conversation, but then I had to wait patiently for him to finish describing the game and going over the mechanisms before grabbing a copy off the shelf. Hildegard is a standalone card game adventure set in the world of Spire's End. As you play the game, the story unfolds one card at a time, and you will be presented with numerous narrative-driven choices, enemies, and items that move the story along. So really looking forward to playing this one, and I believe it's quite straightforward to play as you just follow the instructions on the cards as you go along, like a choose your own adventure. Anyway, there we go, Spire's End, Hildegard. Okay, I did think there were 3 more games to go, but then found another small pile. So, onwards we go. Next we have a small card game by Andreas Schmidt for 2 to 4 players called Mopsinander, I think. Here it is. See what you think. It's a game about pugs. And the pugs are out of control. Bright colours and many pugs bring joy, fun, and also trouble in this turbulent and fast game. You have to recognise the right pugs in the right number as quickly as possible. It's got dice and beer mat cards with zany art. It was a bargain and we could not resist, and it just looks fun. And now, on to possibly the hottest game of the whole UK Games Expo, but not in the way you may be thinking. The hottest game at the UK Games Expo was Hot Sauce Poker. Designed by Madeline and Joseph Adams, this is a fast-paced, push-your-luck game that will test your courage and skills to the limit. It's for 2 to 6 players with a playtime of 20 minutes. This is a game by Cogito Ergo Meeple, I believe that's how you pronounce it, who just recently fulfilled their latest Kickstarter game, Solar 175, which looks absolutely amazing. I went to visit them at their stand because I received the game and was so excited by it that I wanted to have a chat with them. Unfortunately, their stand was so full. Well, fortunately for them, I guess. And instead of chatting to them, I came away with Hot Sauce Poker and hot poker sauce made by Chili of the Valleys. Yes, hot sauce made in Wales. It was a win-win. Keep an eye out for my next video, which will feature Solar 175, by the way. Next up is a game from the brilliant Plastic Soldier Company, and it's by Carlo A. Rossi, and it's called Dogfight. Look at the art. Oh, super chuffed to see this at the expo and to get our hands on it. Strap in and take to the skies for fast and furious dogfights. Outwit and outmaneuver your opponent in 20 minutes in this great 2-player game. This is the next game in the acclaimed line of Blitzkrieg games. War games for non-war gamers. This is the next game we are due to play, and a video I am sure will soon follow. And next up we have Golem. This is Golem. Here we go. Golem is an engine building game by Simone Luciani, Virginio Gili, and Flaminia Brascini. I do hope I got that right, but again, I'll pop the names on the screen for you. They are the same team that brought you Grand Austria Hotel. This game is 1 to 4 players with a playtime of 2 hours. The game is based on the 16th century legend of the Golem of Prague, an anthropomorphic creature that was animated from a clay statue to protect the people in the city. In the game, players take on the role of rabbis who create and grow these powerful creatures that will be moved around the neighborhoods of Prague under the control of students. This looks like a heavier weight Euro game and also looks right up our street. I've been thinking of getting this since it came out, and at a great price at the expo, it is now mine. Mine, I tell you. Okay, just 3 more games to go. Next up we have Electropolis, a game for 2 to 4 players. And I'll pop the designer's names up on the screen. Here we go. This is a strategic city building board game. And as the mayor of the ever-growing city, you must plan out the best energy solution to meet the skyrocketing demand of electricity. Sounds quite familiar. The pros and cons of coal-fired plants, green energy and nuclear power challenge you with tough decisions throughout the game, along with intense player interaction. Outwit your fellow mayors and build the most magnificent city to win the game. This looks excellent and was sold to us by a rather wonderful gentleman. Gertie, if you're out there watching, hi. Okay, and on to the penultimate game, and this is Viticulture World, a cooperative expansion for the wonderful viticulture. This is a cooperative game. Cooperate with members of your extended winemaking family in various asymmetric regions around the world as you try to achieve global recognition. The game uses a new game board, tiles, tokens and event cards that you combine with the original vineyard mats and game cards from the original game. There we go, that's Viticulture World. And finally, onto my favourite game of the haul that we have played so far. The delightful, the wonderful, the marvellous First Rat. Designed by Gabriele Osilio and Virginio Gili, I believe. This is a 1 to 5 player game that I think can be enjoyed by a wide range of players. The box says ages 10 up, and I think it can be enjoyed by families as well as experienced gamers. It is just fantastic. I so love the theme, the artwork, and of course the gameplay. You play as rats racing to build a rocket and be the first to take over the cheese moon. The cheese moon. Ah, wonderful. This is such an adorable and such a downright great game. More on this in a future Fun with Boxes video, I am sure. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at our 2023 UK Games Expo haul. We had a great time and cannot wait to play all these games. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and do not forget the 10% off online orders with rules of play. Again, the code should pop up on the screen or check out the comments. As always, thanks for watching and please take care.